My name is Anders Lee, and my script is called New Columbia. I first got this idea a little over 3 years ago when I had moved to Washington, D.C. That was a city that I was born in a long time ago, and moved away from the D.C. area when I was 12 years old, and then ended up moving back when I was 28 years old. So I found myself living there again as an adult and just getting kind of reacquainted with the city and thinking a lot about the city's history. There's an era, the 1980s, that the script focused on that I found really fascinating because there are a lot of different things happening in DC at the same time. It was the Marion Barry era. There's also a thriving punk scene, a go-go scene, and the Iran-Contra Reagan administration sort of dirty war scandals looming in the background. So I really wanted to think of a way to connect these seemingly disparate elements and make a movie about DC, because there's a lot of movies that are set in Washington, D.C. Most of them revolve around Capitol Hill, and I feel like there's not enough stories being told about the city itself, which is what I wanted to do. It took me about a year to write the first draft. Subsequent drafts I have been doing ever since. That was 2021 when I completed it, and the last draft I finished in January, and frankly, I still consider it a work in progress. This is not the first script I've written. Arguably, this is the first good script I've written, though. My writing process is a bit unorthodox. Basically, everyone will tell you not to do this, but I like to write with the TV on. I'll put an old football game on, usually, sometimes a live football game or a basketball game, and I really like to, it gets me in the zone to have something going while I'm focusing on my writing, and if I need to just zone out for a second and just clear my head and think about something, I can put my eyes on the TV. But you can't let it get too distracting, of course. My advice for other screenwriters, just don't give up. If you know this is what you need to do, then it's what you need to do, and you're going to write a lot of bad stuff, but you just have to keep powering through it. And sometimes you'll write a terrible script, but it's never going to be a waste of time because you're always going to grow from that process. Lastly, I entered Scriptapalooza because I had entered it before for scripts that were maybe not as good, and the feedback I found to be tough but fair. It was feedback that was generally fairly constructive, and it also seems to be helpful in publicizing the work as well. So that's it. Thank you.